Good day, everyone. In this video, we are going to solve for a missing angle using the tangent ratio. But before we write down the tangent ratio, I think it's important for us to write down the labels on our sides so that we're sure that we're applying the correct trig ratio to the correct problem. And to start that process, we need to find and identify the reference angle. And it's the angle that we're trying to find. It's theta. Across from the reference angle is a measurement of 6 inches. That would be our opposite side because it's across or opposite from the reference angle. Across from the 90-degree angle, there is no measurement or no variable that we're trying to solve for, so we don't need to label that side as the hypotenuse. We can leave that label off for now. But the label that we do need to include is on the side that's next to or touching the reference angle. So the 7-inch measurement would be the adjacent side. And because we've got a right angle triangle with an adjacent side and an opposite side, we know that using the tangent ratio is correct for this triangle. So our step is to write down the tangent ratio, or tangent of theta, is equal to the opposite divided by the adjacent side. Theta, we don't know. Theta, we're going to try to find. But we know that there's information in the diagram that we can transfer to the trig ratio. We know that the opposite side is 6 inches, so we'll put 6 in place for the opposite side. And we know that the adjacent side is 7 inches, so we'll replace the adjacent side with 7. From there, our next step is to look at what 6 over 7 is equal to. And we can find that with a calculator. And that value would be 0.8571. And we'll report it to 4 decimal places, because we often report trig ratios to 4 decimal places. From here, we need to try to isolate or get theta all by itself. We need to solve for the missing angle. And to do that, we have to realize that the opposite of tangent is tan to the minus 1. Tangent is a function, so to eliminate it from the left side of the equation, we've got to apply an inverse function, an inverse tangent. So tan to the minus 1 of tan theta is what we will write on the left side. But an equation is like a balance. If we apply the inverse function, or the tan to the minus 1 function, to the left side, we better do it to the right side to maintain balance. So that when we are done, we realize that tangent and tan to the minus 1 are opposites or inverses of one another. They will cancel. And we're left with theta is equal to tan to the minus 1 of 0.8571. So on our calculator, we often see tan to the minus 1 written directly above the tangent key. And to access that, we normally have to press on a second function or a second key to do that. But once we do that correctly on our calculator, we're going to find that theta is equal to 40.6. Now, because we're looking at finding the missing angle measure, that 40.6 is an angle measure, and we should report that angle measure in degrees. So our answer, theta is equal to 40.6 degrees.